For years, we have been bringing you the story of Sergeant Eddie Ryan, a Marine whose life changed in an instant when he was shot twice in the head. But he's not the only one whose life changed. His mother has made so many sacrifices, staying by her only son's side day in, day out, year after year, as his mom, his nurse, and his friend. Our own Carolyn Rowe, she's got much more in the third part of our series, Military Moms Making a Difference.
Well, Rich, over the last few years, I've taken several trips to Ellenville, New York, to bring our viewers the stories and struggles of Sergeant Eddie Ryan's recovery. And I have noticed something. Behind this great Marine is a great mom, warm and welcoming. Everyone that goes to the Ryan house is greeted with a hug and a smile. And while things have not always been easy for this family as they deal with the wounds of war, Angela Ryan, too, is a fighter, determined and dedicated to her son's recovery and happiness.
Almost there. Hey,
Good job.
Encouraging words for a wounded Marine as he works to stretch and strengthen his muscles.
Good job.
Words from a woman Sergeant Eddie Ryan says is not just a mom, but his angel.
She helped me do 100% of what I'm doing now.
Angela Ryan, an angel that is always standing over Eddie's shoulder, supporting him through each step of his long and very hard road to recovery.
When I get up in the morning and I see, Eddie, the first thing he says, "Hi, Mom," and it's all worth it. It makes all the bad stuff go away.
It's a journey that started 4 years ago, April 13th, 2005. Eddie, once a strapping young Marine, a member of an elite sniper team, was shot twice in the head during a friendly fire incident while on his second tour of duty in Iraq.
We didn't know from one day to the next if he was going to even survive.
Doctors had little hope, but after 3 weeks on life support, Eddie began breathing on his own. Angela staying by her son's bedside for 16 months as he slowly began to regain his strength in hospitals around the country.
She's our hero, man. She took care of him, sleeping on chairs and right next to him in hospital rooms. I stayed with him for 5 months, but I had to go back to work to pay the bills. But Angie wouldn't leave him.
Then finally, Eddie came home.
Life has changed for all of us.
It's a turn in her life, Angela says she never imagined. But her actions over the last few years show where this Marine gets his strength from. Giving up her job at a local school, devoting all of her time to her son, who now needs 24-hour-a-day care.
He's had prior experiences with seizures, so that's a concern. So he needs to be watched for that. Eddie's not able to move on his own, so he needs to be repositioned.
Her daily routine is hectic, and her home is much different than it was 4 years ago. A hospital bed and other medical equipment now fill a room right off the living room, and there is a constant stream of people all day and all night as Angela coordinates home aides and therapists.
What are you holding in a complete set?
308.
And a group of firefighters rotate visiting Eddie each day. And even though Eddie fought for his country, his family has spent much of the last 4 years fighting the VA to get him the care he requires, even testifying at a congressional hearing. It's a fight that has been both timely and tiring for Angela and her husband, Chris.
We don't lose hope. Sometimes we drag a little bit, because it is challenging sometimes, with what we do here with Eddie. But we know that, whenever he will do something new, it just energizes us again, and we see the spark.
Although things have changed in the Ryan house, some things are a constant. It's a home filled with love and laughter. Angela jokes that Eddie has always been a mama's boy.
Comeback is he turned out to be one tough Marine.
A Marine who motivates her to keep going day after day, proud of what he accomplished in the military and proud of what he has accomplished during this battle to get better.
He would love to salute with his right hand, and they work on the motion every time they come. And one night he really surprised us. He was sitting here in the living room, and He struggled, but I tell you, his right arm came up and took us right off of the couch.
A mother forever grateful her son received a second chance at life and determined to make that second chance as normal and as happy as possible.
She deserves the best Mother's Day.
Now, we've been highlighting the struggles of the Ryan family for some time as they've fought the VA over Eddie's care, and we have some good news tonight. Angela tells me they finally feel like they're both on the same team and have recently been able to work together with the VA. Rich?
You never would have thought a couple of years ago you'd be able to say that, huh?
Absolutely.
It's an amazing lady. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Now, all week long, we will continue our special series on military mothers making a difference, bring you a glimpse into the lives of those men and women who serve our country and the families that they leave behind. Tomorrow, we're going to bring you the story of a mom who is putting Mother's Day on hold this year. With both her son serving in Iraq, she says Mother's Day, just another holiday that she'll celebrate when her two boys come home. And we also want to hear from you at home. If you have a story that you'd like to share or to post your comments, please head over to our message board. Just go to rnntv.com, then click on the Mother's Day special icon. You'll also be able to see what we've been covering all week long, and once again, a Mother's Day tribute to military moms every night this week right here on Richard French Live. Now, coming up next, we've got another round of hot topics coming your way. Stick around.